got no home, ain't got no shoes, ain't got no money, ain't got no class, ain't got no skirts, ain't got no sweater, ain't got no perfume, ain't got no bed, ain't got no man, ain't got no mother, ain't got no culture, ain't got no friends, ain't got no schooling, ain't got no love, ain't got no name, ain't got no chit, ain't got no God, ain't got no love, ain't got no love. Welcome. I am Eva da Terra. This is our channel, and we are here to read some cards today. I want to bring us a special full moon message because it's the full moon in a couple of days, and it's a very special full moon. And ai, gente, it's recording. Yeah, alright. Something happened, but okay. It's a very special full moon, and let's see what the full moon has to tell us, what the full moon has to challenge us, what should we work on, what should we look into. It is a time of much clarity when it comes to our emotions and our intuition. So may the moon guide us into what we need to work on, look into. And I welcome and thank here the forces of life, the forces of nature, of our mothers and grandmothers, of the force of life that inhabits us all, from which women are guardians and gatekeepers. The uterine force, the oceanic force of the waters. Salve Iemanjá, Rainha do Mar. What does the moon and the ocean have to tell us? What are we going to be talking about today? What does the moon tells us about us at this time? And let's see. We're going to be talking. Wow, the star. Look at her shining. The star. The star. So we're going to be talking about healing. We're going to be talking about our inner flame, protecting our inner flame, feeding our inner flame. We're going to be talking about the ability to renew our faith, and maybe a sense of destiny for those who believe in it. I'm not really sure. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I like to hold it in my hands and be the master of mine. But the star card talks about healing, it talks about faith, and it talks about holding on. A luck that turns, a blessing that comes, and the ability to bless others through our light shining in the world. Okay, what the moon has to tell us about the star. Please tell us full moon. King of Wands. Passion, determination, magnetism, drive. We're talking about power here. And magic. The moon and magic with the moon. Intuition. the Fool. Let's get all of them. Judgment, right in the middle of a reading. So the big day is coming. A day of miracle, a day of resolution. The Seeker. We have Ace of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Emperor card. In the back of the deck we have King of Pentacles with 7 of Swords, 8 of Wands, 8 of Cups, 10 of Cups, 3 of Swords, Ace of Cups, High Priestess. Okay. So, we're looking into this access and holding of power. Power, magnetism, drive, wisdom, maturity. Some people here have been mastering their personal power, their personal drive. The wheels and the turns and the cogs of their own motivation. In this card we have a lion. And differently from the card of the Force, here he is subjugated, he's controlled, he's quiet because he's the symbol of this power, as if this king can have a lion as a pet, as a lapdog. That's his power. Not that we want to have wild animals as our lapdogs. Please don't do that. But this power comes to some of us through a recognition of our intuition. If the High Priestess is the study of our depth and the study of ourselves, the moon is the place where the study happens. It's the empty room where we connect with ourselves, where we allow ourselves to hear ourselves, where we allow ourselves to hear our heart, where we risk making choices based on our intuition only to discover if we heard it for real or if we failed it. The place where we learn how to tune our intuition into something useful in the world, transforming it like a tool. And so there is power through the refinement of this intuition, to the extent the power is so grand and the intuition it's becoming so refined that we can play, that we can have fun, that we can throw ourselves in it and through it and trust it. And through this process of shining and magnetism, and I even want to say glory, right? Because what is the bigger glory than being able to hone your personal power and feel so safe and secure in it that you can play in it. It's a restoration of faith. And then it comes the big day, the day of the miracle, the day of the wish, the day of the resolution. If you're waiting for solutions, if you're waiting for resolutions, if you're looking into solutions, and maybe you're not, and they'll still come. The oracle saying they are going to come. And that just lights a fire under our asses for keeping on looking, taking new steps, taking bold steps, taking initiative on our search for our safety, for our personal power, for our pride. In the back of the deck we have the King of Pentacles, and we start here with the King of Wands, and we have the Emperor as well. So all of this here, the oracle is saying it is a stable, a trustworthy, reliable achievement. The works that we do with ourselves are things that nobody can take from us, and it cannot be destroyed. easily or by anything, because it takes so long to build and to do, step by step, stone by stone, brick by brick. And in the fortress of our hearts, as they become stronger and stronger and bigger and more useful to serve us in our journey. We find relish and solace. How beautiful. There is, like a friend of mine said this week, there is surprise and delight in this journey. There is no hint of being exhausted. There is no hint of being overwhelmed. There is no hint of being drained. Not that it can't be, not that we won't be here and there. But in this moment, the full moon is telling us that our path, our sacred path of self-knowledge, our self-reliability, of self-power, of feeding into our intuition, and daring to trust it so much that we can play with it, that we can have fun with it. It's going to give us beautiful surprises, resolutions, and the authority to govern over our own lives more and more in a blessed capacity. Let's see. King of Wands, 5 of Wands. So this King of Wands, he was under him there is like people fighting. I feel it's a lot of people fight, or a lot of people work hard and try to get this kind of power and magnetism, but not everybody does. And under the moon there is the 7 of Swords. Under your intuition and your tuning for intuition, there are those who seek to steal your gems, seeks to steal your waters, your mojo, your joy, emotional, psychological, spiritual vampires, people that just come in the middle of the night, metaphorically or not, to take something that doesn't belong to them, or to enjoy something that you've built without bringing anything to the table. So they want to sit at the fire, they don't bring any wood. They want to drink from the fountain, but they don't fill your cup, or their cup even. Just take it and go. So this is happening around us. Because the wands also, like the mastery of the wands, of this power, of this magnetism, of this motivation and drive, this is I see it as the sacred fire being fed, and that is so special. People can see, people can notice, they might not have the language to acknowledge into words like I'm doing now, but they see something is different. And because they haven't walked your path, they can't understand how come you have that. The Fool. 3 of Wands and King of Pentacles. You know what to do and you know where to go because of the stability that we have achieved with these works. You've learned, you've grown, and because there's safety in what you've built, you can have fun with it. Judgment, Ace of Pentacles. Judgment, Ace of Pentacles. So this day of the 10 of Swords jumped as well here. I'm going to put it here. This Judgment Day, this big day of glory, of miracle, of blessing, this big day of resolution brings the end of mental torture and a new material chance, a new work, a new project, a new home, a new material reality, a seed for a new material reality. So you go out of the Ten of Swords, of the suffering. And it's so much suffering because you've been from 1 to 10 of Swords here. And you feel each sword in your heart. But with the 10, you close the cycle. And you come to the Ace of Pentacles. The land that is born from the water. The moon's bringing us all new chances. Yesterday I did a reading from the moon in Portuguese, and it also, we had some aces in the table as well. The Seeker. What is this? What are we going to be seeking after judgment? This new chapter of seeking. Wow, seeking the sun. Seeking to feed the fire. Seeking to protect the fire. Seeking to serve the fire, as in serve the clarity, serve the truth. And bless, because the sun blesses us. Two of Pentacles with Ace of Wands. So not only a new initiative and a new drive, but the ability to balance it out, to take it to the next level, to work with it. The Emperor card. We have Queen of Wands, wow. And the Hermit. There she is. So this pride quality, it comes from a lot of work and a lot of time tending the flame. But you spend so much time tending the flame. Now you can share the flame. Now you can show the flame. You can show off that flame, show off that power. We open the reading with the King of Wands, and we close the reading with the Queen of Wands. The Big Witch of Tarot. In the back of the deck I have the King of Swords and the Page of Wands with the Ten of Wands. The ending, the true ending of a lot of work and a lot of suffering and a lot of exhaustion. The moon is here again. And through the depths of our intuition and of connections with the everything, with ourselves, our life changes into a new fire, a new chapter of fire, a new motivation, new drive to learn, to grow, to deepen. This is a beautiful reading. It is very spiritual and very specific. Not going to resonate with everybody, being that it is an intuitive, collective, and atemporal reading. But it is very beautiful for those that have been working on the personal power and seeing the fruits of your labor coming to fruition. Seeing that you can trust your gifts and you can trust the work you've done in yourself to bring you new chances and to open new doors. Because as you work and as you heal and as you grow, you can see those new doors that before you couldn't. Because you were too hurt or too sad or too angry. Or healing and growing and deepening our roots within ourselves. The roots of our intuition, the roots of our inner power. The roots that allow us to be grounded enough to be crazy and be like the fool and just throw ourselves and have fun, even if there are people coveting what we have, people trying to steal what we have, what we work for. We trust what we have. We know what to do. And here comes a new chance to shine. And seek the sun. What a beautiful, beautiful reading. I want a little advice from the Summer Oracle, the Seasons of the Witch, Beltane Oracle. Yeah. We have growth inside myself of some beauty with wounds, which speak of immortality in the expansive eternal song, softly below in spirit. We are growing. Not easy, but very rewarding. for sure. Orgasm. Trust your body, elevate your spirit, open the gates to your renewal. How the body can be a gate for the pleasure and the new, and how the body can be at our service. Oi! When we grow, we also learn the place pleasure has and how to nurture it in a healthy way. How to look at it, face the dark sides, face the wounds in it. To heal, to grow, to take possession of it. Something that is yours by right of birth. Last card. Not happening. I'm going to cut and cut and cut. I want this ribbons. For it lives in the silk of my binding, the knots in my truth, the eye of becoming, this witness swallowed in stillness. In the back we got Rowan, the tree of life. There's no need to fear, dear one. Protected you are and protected you always will be. I think the ribbons talk a lot about what ties us, what holds us, either for good or not good. What are the ties we hold on to? Since the wands also talks about passion, and passion has a lot to do with pleasure. What are the bonds of our pleasure? I said that to grow we have to look into our pleasure and also see what it says about us. But we are protected in this journey of healing and life. The force of life, that is in all living things. The force of life that wants to live. Those of us who don't eat meat, for example, or consume animal products, we understand that no animal wants to die. Everything that lives wants to live. And this is the force of life. Wants to live, wants to grow, wants to fructify. Whether it is a tree that is going to give you a real fruit, or if it's an animal that is going to bring joy into your life, or if it's you, a human being, that is going to create a reality honoring your intuition, your power, your path, your joy, your healing. And that's really literally the best thing we can offer the world. It's honoring ourselves. I feel a big sense of trust with this reading. Some people here having their trust restored. Their trust on themselves, their trust on life, their will to live. I hope this was helpful, and I thank you for your presence and for being a part of this. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe. Leave a little thumbs up, a comment. It really helps. And we'll see each other soon. Happy full moon.